Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I think that's one of my favorite Christmas songs and will definitely be on the upcoming Christmas album for next year because I just like it. You know, it's in Spanish, so it makes me feel intelligent. It makes me feel like I am a bilingual person, even though I took 3 years of Spanish in high school and I cheated my way through the first 2 classes. And then when I got to Spanish 3, the girl that I used to cheat off of wasn't in that class, so I failed it miserably. But what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the RGT85 channel. Hope everyone had a great holiday season. I know I did, but of course, we've got some stuff to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit about how Kringle ruined Christmas in a roundabout way. And there's some Nintendo Switch eShop games that are on sale right now that I definitely want to talk about. Was going to do a full video, but I'm kind of tired, and plus it kind of ties in with the first story. So if this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and share the video. Stick around to the end of the video when I give you an update on the Children's Miracle Network video that we did a couple days ago on the channel. But without any further ado, let's talk about what's going on in the world of video games. And Kringle, you fat bastard, you are out here ruining Christmases. Now, granted, you're out here distributing a lot of Nintendo Switch systems because obviously that was one of the easier systems to get. Nintendo was well prepared for the holiday season, well prepared for the fact that people will want to buy video games every Christmas because, I mean, that's just kind of how it works. And of course, the Nintendo Switch had the advantage over the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X with a lot of availability. But with availability and with a large spike in sales, you tend to see something. The eShop crashes. And over the Christmas weekend that we are currently still in, the eShop has been an absolute nightmare. Just navigating it, downloading updates, because Kringle, he gave out too many Switches, man. You fat son of a bitch. What are you doing? You're out here ruining Christmases when you're supposed to be making Christmases great. Now, of course, we could all say that this is because of the digital age. You have to update your system on day one. You have to download certain games and all that crap. And it definitely sucks. If you go on the Switch eShop right now, at the time of the filming of this video, it's pretty stable. It's okay. But like, I don't know. I just don't want to mess with it. When I was actually looking at stuff to talk about in this video, I was looking at Nintendo Switch eShop games on sale, and the website kept crashing. The website for the eShop games kept crashing on my computer, and I'm like, wow, y'all got some really weak servers. Of course, it happens every holiday season. It is something that is pretty customary to a lot of people that get video games. But yeah, there's definitely some sad faces out there probably because they want to play their Nintendo Switch, buy physical games. You can avoid the software updates till everyone is done updating their systems and stuff like that. But it's something that is just unfortunate. It's something that happens every holiday season. Nintendo even warned on their Japanese website that the eShop was probably going to have problems over this weekend and over the next few days, and we are indeed seeing that. It is probably, you know, it's really the Grinch. I shouldn't really blame Santa. I should blame the Grinch and his little green ass and his little mean face and stuff like that. I didn't like the Grinch Jim Carrey movie. I remember I was 13 and we saw that the day after Christmas. We all went to the movie theater, and I remember like shouting, "This movie sucks!" And my mom like pinched me really hard because I don't know, I just didn't like that movie. But yes, stick with it, be diligent, because you're gonna have to get the eShop up in order to buy these games that I'm gonna talk about next. I was gonna do a full video talking about eShop sales, but honestly, I'm just a little tired. I just kind of want to hang out and veg out today because, you know, when you get an adult, holidays get a little bit different because you're the one like giving gifts and you're the one setting up gifts. I bought my grandma a robotic vacuum cleaner, and like teaching her how to use that was kind of difficult, but the more I taught her, the more I realized I wanted this, so I ended up buying myself one anyways. But there's a couple eShop games that I definitely want to talk about that are on sale that are definite must-owns. The first game is Ys 8. This is the cheapest I've ever seen it at $19.99. This is my favorite action RPG on the Nintendo Switch. I like Ys 8 more than the 2 Xenoblade Chronicles games that we've gotten on the Nintendo Switch. Now, granted, if they bring over Xenoblade Chronicles X like is rumored, then I will change my tune, but this game is just awesome. I love the big creatures. I love the combat in the game. The soundtrack is even really good. Like, they just absolutely nailed this game, and this is the cheapest, like I said, that I've ever seen this game. So Ys 8, $19.99. If you're looking for a platformer game, New Super Lucky's Tale is on sale for $17.99. It's definitely a little bit on the easy side, but the end game stuff is actually a bit more difficult and more challenging. I love the graphics of this game. It has some really creative levels as well. It's kind of geared towards a younger audience, but like I said, the end game stuff really ramps up the difficulty, so I feel like that's really fun. After you get through the main adventure, you still have more stuff to do, and that's where the challenge really lies. But even so, I just love this game. I think this game is super underrated, whether you're talking about the Xbox version or the Nintendo Switch version. So New Super Lucky Tales, $17.99. Streets of Rage 4, probably the greatest beat 'em up game in recent memory, is on sale for $14.99. This is also the cheapest I've ever seen it. Great game. Just a great game. So many callbacks to the original Streets of Rage. They're constantly adding in stuff with updates and DLC. You also, of course, have the ability to play online or in local co-op as well, which really adds to the quality of the game. It looks great. It sounds great. It plays great. I remember so many people were poo-pooing on the graphics of this game because they were like, oh, well, the graphics look like crap. And I was like, no, I think it's something you have to see in motion. And once you see it in motion, you're like, wow, this game looks phenomenal. Wrestling Empire is on sale for $9.99. I actually did a video on this when it initially came out, and you know what? This is the game that I actually played all weekend over at my grandma's house because I love this game. I love the fact that you can either be like, you can either just do random matches, you could do like a wrestler career, or you could do a booking career. And I've been doing a booking career and just booking the most bizarre, like, exploding death matches and stuff like that, and all my people are getting injured. People are trying to no-show my events, and I'm firing them, and I'm stealing people from other companies. It's awesome. If you're a wrestling fan, I think you'll really enjoy this game. I would say the game itself, as far as the wrestling portion of it, as far as doing a match, it's not the greatest in the world, but there's so much other stuff to do that I think makes it really fun. And at $9.99, you're going to get a ton of replay value out of it. Plus, the creator, M. Dickey, is constantly adding in new stuff to the game as well, such as new moves and stuff, which was one of my initial complaints in my initial video. Blair Witch is on sale for $8.99. I really like this game. You know, it's a standard first-person perspective Outlast style survival horror game. Maybe at the $30 price point it was a bit too much, but I think at $8.99 it tells a good enough story, it runs good enough, and you know, it's Blair Witch, but it's not really Blair Witch. You know, you kind of have to play it to understand it, but I think this is a pretty solid title. Plus there's a dog in the game, and I like dogs. More dogs in games, less cats. Ys Origin is on sale for $7.99. If you're a fan of old school top-down Zelda games, this is a must-buy. I actually have this game digitally. I have this game physically. I love this game. I actually played this game on Steam in like 2016, I think it was, when it first came out. I was like, holy crap, this game is so good. You're just in like this big ass dungeon that has multiple parts to it that sort of give you different sorts of aesthetics in the graphics. The boss battles are really fun. The graphics are really good. The gameplay is nice, fast, and crisp, much like Ys 8, but you can definitely see the evolution of this series. But yeah, $7.99 for Ys Origin. I highly recommend picking this game up. And we actually have a game for all you cheap asses out there with Cinemora, I never know how to say this game, Cinemora EX for $1.99. I bought this game when it first came out at full price. I loved it. I thought it was a super good game. I don't understand why so many people don't like this game when it first came out, but this game is awesome. Don't listen to like the mainstream media who said that this game was disappointing, because it's an awesome vertical or horizontal shooter that I think is really good. And plus it's cool because it has like a story into it. You know, usually when you play a shoot 'em up game, it's just like, okay, blast through the levels, kill the boss, move on. But there's actually kind of a deep story in this game that I think really adds to it. I don't know. I think this game is super good. And at $1.99, this is definitely a great game. If you're not looking to break the bank this holiday season, you got a Nintendo Switch eShop card, you want to spend some money and buy some games, pending you can log into the eShop, Cinemora EX for $1.99. Definitely a highly recommended title. Alrighty, so that is going to do it for today's video, but before we go, I want to give you guys an update on the Children's Miracle Network video that I did a couple days ago, and I mean, it didn't do great. It didn't do great views-wise, but I kind of attribute it to two different factors. One, it was the holiday season. Probably a lot of people were traveling. And two, I feel like maybe some people thought it was like something that it wasn't because of the title of the video or whatever. But I totally understand it. You know, I totally get it. It is all good. I want to give a thank you to everyone who watched that video, everyone who shared that video. AEW superstar Jamie Hayter. What's up, babe? She actually shared out that video too. She's a friend of mine, really good person. So thank you to everyone who shared that video. Like I said, we were going to do a $500 minimum regardless of how many views that video got, but I lied. We did $1,000 anyways. So thank you guys so much for watching that video and sharing that video. We gave $1,000 to the Children's Miracle Network to help out those kids who, I mean, really need it, because like adults, you could probably figure out a way, but like kids, man, I don't know. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of kids in the world or anything like that, but like kids in need, it's just not fair to me. It's just not fair that they were given, you know, I guess a shitty hand in life. So shout out to all you guys for supporting that video and watching that video. I love all you guys. If you missed that video, hey, no big deal. You know, I completely understand, but that's going to do it for today's video. Kind of all over the place with this stuff, but I just wanted to check in with you guys. Honestly, it's been a couple days and it feels weird when I don't upload for a couple days. So let me know if you experience any eShop horrors as far as accessing the eShop, and if you plan on picking up any of these games. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like and share the video, and as always, Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.